we are now with Miss Isabella Mostert, and we are going to be talking to her now. And I can see she's looking bright, ready, willing, and able to talk to us. She will tell us more about herself. She will also tell us more about the kids that she teach, and she is a head of department at Francis Voorwerk School. Now, Francis Voorwerk School is a school for learners with cerebral palsy and other learning disability. Isabel is heading the technical occupational curriculum phase, and in this phase, learner specializes in skills. Isa studied BA at UP, or what is called now at University of Pretoria, and did a diploma in education after that. Later, a diploma remedial teaching, with University of Johannesburg. So you can see that she's just not a teacher because, she just woke up one day and think, I just want to be a teacher now, and I'm just going to make it possible. It is a dream, that culminated up until she get an opportunity to become a teacher, and she is actually a very good one at that. I can go on and say a lot of things because her profile, if I had to start talking about her profile now, we can spend the whole day. But the little bit that I told you about her, I'm sure you are able to understand that. Isabella, good afternoon. In fact, good evening.
Good evening, Stan.
How are you?
Good evening to everyone. I'm very well, thank you.
First of all, thank you so very much for making your time available to come and visit us. Although we are talking virtually, I can be able to see you looking, bright. I thought when you are at home, sometimes you take these spectacles off, eh?
Must I take it off now?
No, don't. I was just saying.
I can't see you.
So, how are you doing, Isabella?
I am very fine, thank you. I've got my spectacles on, but I've got my shoes off.
Oh, okay.
So I am relaxing.
Which is a very good thing. So, did you go to school today?
Yes. I was in isolation last week, but I'm fine and I'm back at school, 100% going.
We are going to talk about the school that you teach at. But first of all, we just want to know a little bit about Isabella.
Well, do you want to know who I am?
Yeah.
I can tell you.
No, briefly though, eh?
That will take a couple of years, but I'll give you a short summary. I grew up in a very stable house. I'm blessed for that. I grew up in a family of teachers. My father and my mother, they were the only, I think, sane ones because they were not teachers.
Oh, okay.
But my great-grandfather, he came from the Netherlands. He was a teacher. My grandfather was a teacher. My brother is a teacher. He retired last year. And I'm a teacher. So maybe in the genes, there's something about teaching, and wanting to work with other people.
And developing other people as well. Because when you teach, it is not only for yourself, but it is also for the good of the community and also to help others learn.
Absolutely, yeah.
So let's get onto it after that introduction, and I'm gonna make an assumption now that the reason you became a teacher is because also you are coming from a family of teachers. But how did you get into teaching?
Many years ago when we had to choose careers, we had a few options, but for me, there was never an option other than teaching. I think I was in grade 7 and I wanted to do teaching. At that point in time, I really didn't know what kind of teaching. I knew I wanted to work with older learners and teaching. And from there, high school, I want to be a teacher. So for me, that's in me. I want to do, and as I grew older, it motivates me even more to uplift, to make a difference. And I think that's what it's inside me. I want to make a difference.
Now we are in the pandemic, which is actually a very difficult time of our life.
Yes.
What motivates you to still teach?
My passion to make a difference. If I ran away now, then I'm a loser.
Exactly, yes.
We have to face our challenges. We have to be strong. Yes. We must take care of ourselves first. And I'm older, so yes, I sanitize and I do what I need to do. But I've got this passion in me that I want to make a difference. I want to uplift. And therefore, I must stay in reality. And I take it day by day. And to keep my feet on the ground and stay focused, I hope I can make a difference.
I'm very, very sure you are making a whole lot of difference, because some of the peoples you taught, including the ones that you are actually teaching now, they speak of you with great fondness, as well. But, before I even get to the point where some of your peoples that you teach speak about you, the last question about yourself now will be, what is your specialty? What are the subjects that you teach?
That is a difficult one. Because, the saying, a jack of all trades and master of none. At university, I did Afrikaans and biblical studies, psychology and biology. So most of the time I taught Afrikaans and biology. And when I started at Francis Voorberg, I started off with Afrikaans. And then I ended up in the skills with sewing. Because at high school I had home economics, which was sewing and cooking. And then I realized actually sewing is fantastic. I like the skills. So then I taught sewing. A little bit more than 2 years ago, one of our cooking teacher got promoted to a HOD in another phase. And then I took up cooking, which is a passion of mine. So now I'm teaching the cooking. So I'm doing everything except maths.
Oh, okay. All right. We actually spoke to some of your learners as well, but we're not gonna play their voice notes now. But what I'm gonna do is just to say they spoke of you with great fondness, and the majority of them actually trust you. Now, how did you get them to trust you?
I am who I am. I'm human, and I'm far from perfect. So I try and be myself. I will never tell the children that I know everything, because I don't. So if I don't know something, I will go and find out. I try my best to be available. Pre-COVID, I had an extra chair behind my table. So the learners knew that if they come behind my table, I have time for them. They can sit. Then we have a one-on-one.
Okay.
Now, after COVID, they must tell me they want to see me in private. Then we go outside the class. I respect them. I respect them and I teach them to respect others. You don't need to like another person. And I don't keep a grudge.
Oh, okay.
We cross with each other.
Yes.
And tomorrow we carry on. And I love them. I think the big thing is I love them. And they laugh at my little jokes.
That is a quality of teachers. Now, you are teaching at a special school.
Yes.
What would you say is the major difference between your school and other school, especially mainstream school?
I think our curriculum is a little bit more suited for the individual needs.
Okay.
Our classes are smaller, less children in. Many classes got assistants in the classes to assist the teacher. A school like ours got a physiotherapist, speech therapist. We've sisters there, medical teams that visit us once a month. So we've got a whole team supporting our learners. Our curriculum is often the same as mainstream, but with more support. But our school's got a technical occupational phase. We've got the skills and academics, and then we've also got the DCAPS phase that caters for the different needs of the children. So it's not only mainstream. So I think the biggest difference.
And your school caters for the needs of people with disabilities and people with also special needs or special learning needs.
Yes, especially physically disabled learners.
Physical disabled.
Yeah, we have everything is on one level. We have wheelchairs, walkers. There's no steps in the schools, no staircases, so that we can cater for those needs as well.
So your school basically it's disability friendly, if I can put it like
Absolutely.
that. Oh, okay. Now there are parents with kids that need your school, right? And who are somehow ignorant to the fact that their children might be having some learning disabilities, or they have some special needs that need to be catered for. What would you advise a parent now who's actually listening and who don't know about such schools, especially your school?
The big thing is, if your child's got a physical disability, that's very easy to pick up. But if it's a learning barrier, that's slightly more difficult. I think usually the teacher will advise you that you need to seek extra help. And you can always, if you're unsure, contact your closest district and tell them you need your child to be assessed, because you cannot, as a parent, just go to Elson or a special school and say, I want my child to be in this school. Your child needs to be assessed to see which school will fit the best for your child.
Now,
so you need to go to your district first.
Okay. Before we even get to the district, now, for a person who does not understand Elson School, what are Elson schools, and do we have Elson schools around the countries?
Absolutely. Elson School is a school for learners with specific educational needs. That's a special school. That's our school. But there's schools all over the country.
Now,
so,
okay,
yes,
go on.
If you go to your nearest school or your nearest district, and they will be able to tell you, okay, in our district there's school A, B, and C to cater for your needs. So it's
Francis Ford West School is a school for learners with cerebral palsy and other learning disability, and she's heading the technical occupational curriculum phase. Now, when we talk about occupational curriculum, technical occupational curriculum phase, what exactly are we talking about?
This is the balance between academics and skill. In our place, we try and help the children to put bread on their table when they leave school.
Okay.
So they leave with a qualification where they've got hands-on experience in a skill that they specialize in for 3 years. So when they leave at the age of 18, they've got a qualification, year 4, we call it, comparable to a grade 9 with a skill. In our school, we've got food production, office administration, and maintenance, where they learn to work with their hands, and they can make a living from that.
So they learn with their hands. So basically, which means now, let's say a child come to your school, they can be able to have what we can normally say it's a trade these days, right?
Yes, a start of a trade. We don't give them a certificate to say they're a qualified plumber or a qualified electrician, but it's a start. And after that, they can go to a college and they can study there further.
But yeah, okay. The one point I wanted to maybe just so that we can clarify it for our listeners is that when they learn, do they do the practicals?
Yes, 50% of the curriculum is practical. So they come into the class, they do practical work, they work hands-on. Half of the day is academics, language, maths, life orientation, and the half is then their skill. Whether it's cooking or maintenance, they build, they paint. In the maintenance, they do electrical work. In the cooking class, they produce food, they bake, they work meat, depending on their age, the level that they work on. So they work practical.
Because I remember when I visited your school, I saw even the desk that they are sitting on. Some of them I was told, they were made by the learners.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's talk about these skills now. You've got cooking, and then before we go to any other one, let's talk about cooking. Now, for cooking, do you request that the parents pay for the ingredients, or you request that they bring their own ingredients, or the school provide?
You know, in our school, many other schools also have it. We have a skills levy, where it's part of the school fees that they pay per term. From that, we buy the ingredients. We have a tuck shop, and some of the profits of the tuck shop are also used to buy ingredients. And the food that we make in the tuck shop, or in the class, we sell at the tuck shop. So we try in our school to support sort of ourselves with what we do.
Oh, okay.
But we expect the parents to assist us with that.
As well. Okay, it is exactly 18:34 right here at VMC Planet Radio. The show is called Made. You are with Mr. Stan. If you want to take part in our conversation with Miss Isabella Mostert, she's a teacher and HOD at Francis Forvek School. The number is 062-450-8619. You can also WhatsApp us on that number, or you can even leave a voice note. You can even call on that number 062-450-8619. Perhaps you've got a child that is having some kind of learning disability, or you just want to find more information. In fact, I've got a WhatsApp here. It says now let me contextualize it. It says, when do you open for enrollment? Maybe not to answer for yourself, but I'm sure you will be able to also assist. You did say that they don't have to come straight to your school. They have to go to the department. But when do you open for enrollment?
Usually from August. They can contact us anytime. They can contact the school, and the school will advise them. If they want to enroll for next year, you can start now. Put your name on a list, and the school will assist you getting in contact with the district and taking it further. Okay.
And then there is also this thorny issue as well. I'm just reading one here. It says, now that we have this online registration, do you also do online registration at your school?
Yes, you can, but it must go through the district. We cannot just enroll learners straight to our school. It must go through the district.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. It goes through the district. Okay.
Yes.
So we spoke about cooking. Yes. So let's talk about some of the skills that they learn, with cooking. Is it any type of cooking? Will they be able to do like your traditional cooking, or is it just, it can be about anything?
We start in year one, we start with the basic things, working with flour, pancake, crumpets, that. Year 2 is more with eggs. The year 4s, the older learners work with chicken. They work with meat. At the moment, we're working with mince. So we made vetkoek and mince yesterday. We'll do a bobotie. So it's not only traditional food, it's sort of the basic things that they need to know about working with a certain type of meat.
Oh, okay. Now,
so that when they go to a restaurant or into a restaurant, that they know, okay, this is how you prepare meat. This is what you must take care of for cross-contamination and things like that.
Okay, let's say they cook at school. Do they the food that they cook now? Who gets to eat them?
Well, we all take a bite.
Yeah.
Sometimes we send something to the teachers, but they must taste. I mean, the kids must taste because we must evaluate it and decide if it's good or bad. Sometimes I send something to the teachers or to the principal. And sometimes we sell it in the tuck shop to get money in.
Oh, that's...
buy the next batch of ingredients.
Oh, okay.
So it's not only an eating class, but they must... They must eat what you cook,
Yeah.
So they must taste. It's important.
It is actually very, very important. So, okay, now let's go to metal work, right?
Maintenance, yeah.
Is it maintenance? No, I wanted to say, is it metal work or maintenance?
Maintenance, because maintenance got different components.
Oh, okay.
There's a little bit of woodwork, painting, tiling, putting in windows, electrical work, so that you can almost be a little bit of a handyman.
Oh, exactly. So,
Yeah.
and then you also said they also have to do some kind of electrical work. So, do you find that they're able to actually change the globe, let's say at home, when there is a bit of a challenge?
I hope so. And they the basic things that we teach them, it's maintenance. They can't say, I will build your house and I will do the electrical work. But they will be able to fix something to help you in your bathroom.
Okay, exactly.
Maintain.
Okay, which lead us to this question. What career opportunities does Francis Voorwerk lead to, once they are done there?
It depends on in which phase your child ends up. If your child is in the senior phase, which do mainly mainstream, they can go on to a mainstream high school, and then they can go to university or any other tertiary college or matric. If they're in our phase, they can go to a TVET college or other colleges. That's their technical colleges for them to do. Some go straight into the labor market. Others get sheltered jobs.
Okay.
It's difficult at this point in time. I've been at a very interesting conference 2 weeks ago about our children with special needs. Where do we put them in the labor market?
Okay.
So there's lots of things going on. It was the University of Johannesburg that was having the conference for us. So there's lots of things going on at the moment where we can improve in South Africa to assist our learners with different needs.
With the different needs, ne? Maybe just to go back to to this one. Okay, I've got a WhatsApp now here. It is talking about okay. No, the listener just want to find out now what is maintenance. I think you actually explained, but maybe just for the benefit of the listener, when you talk about maintenance, you say it encompasses quite a number of things. Mostly at Francis Voorwerk, what are those maintenance skills that they have, that you have, in fact?
In maintenance, it's one subject. In Francis Voorwerk, we have 3 skills.
Okay.
Office administration, that's more computer work.
Okay.
We have food production and maintenance. Other schools, that's bigger schools, got metal work and spray painting and that kind of thing. So it depends on your child's needs what they would like to do, and the school that you choose then. But we have only 3 skills.
Oh, okay. But is there a way in which you can have an influence as to which subject will the child take, or do you look at their capability and choose, or it depends from them?
You know what? It's both. They must be interested in something. You cannot force a child to cook if they do not like to work with food and get their hands dirty. Then you advise them. So we discuss it with them. And then if we really think it's a wrong skill, then we'll discuss it with the parents, or we give them a try. Let's say you do it for 6 months, and then we can change, because sometimes they need to find out for themselves that this skill is not for me. So we give them the opportunity to find out and make a decision for themselves. So it's trial and error for them, but we'll advise them. And they can always change, but not in the last year, the final year. But in year 1 and year 2, they can still change.
They can still be able to change.
Yes.
Okay, and then
they're mature.
You also spoke about the computer. So what is it in computer that you teach them? Is it like the basic understanding of computer, or do you go into a little bit of detail?
Okay, we've got IT. We do in our school, we do knowledge network. That is a specific program. All the learners do that 1 or 2 periods in a week. That they learn different programs on the computer. Then as skill, we've got office administration. And that is where learners learn to run an office and how to file and to organize an office and to send emails and do all that kind of things, so they can assist in the office.
Now, for a teacher like you, without revealing your age, but I know you've been in this profession for a very, very long time. What make you sleep well at night?
You know what makes me sleep well at night? If I see joy on my learner's face. And I think that is why I enjoy skills so much. If the kids do something and they cook something and they taste it and it looks nice on the plate, you see that enjoyment. I will go back for that.
Oh, okay.
You can have a hard day at school, difficult things, but I will go back for that. That enjoyment, it's worth it.
Okay. No, I also have another question here. It says that now what you're talking about is very interesting. Do we have all those opportunities to learn a skill in the mainstream? And if not, if I want my child to come and learn, although the child does not have any disability, is he allowed to learn at your school?
You know what? It's quite interesting. It starts this year that they enroll in schools who's got the facilities with the skills. So many schools, technical schools, got the cooking and the technical part. So then you must send your child to a technical school.
Okay, because they do have those opportunities actually available at those particular schools, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. The number once more is 062-450-8619. You can SMS us. You can send us a voice note. You can also send us, a tweet at Stan Muraudzi on Twitter, Mboneni Stan Muraudzi on Facebook. It is www.vmcplanetradio.co.za. We are having a very interesting, and chill back discussion with Isabella. So now, how do you prefer to be called? Is it Isa or Isabella? Or Teacher Mostert?
You know what? My friends call me Isa.
Okay.
Isi. Teacher Isabella. It doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter that they must call me Mrs. Mostert. To me, that's too formal. Teacher Isabella. Teacher Mostert. It's the way that you say it, you know.
So and then you are happy with any which way they call you.
Yes. Yeah. As long as they don't call me the old bag or something like that. Behind my back, they probably do that, but I don't hear it.
No, I know a teacher, who used to say, "You can call me anything, but don't call me late for lunch." Okay, that is on a lighter note. Now, how big is Francis Forve?
At the moment, we have 339 learners in the school.
How many?
339.
So, does your school even offer accommodation as well?
Yes, we've got a hostel. Boys and a girls hostel with 2 different sections for senior boys, senior girls, junior boys, junior girls.
Now,
and it's open from Sunday evening till Friday afternoon for the learners.
So parents can now bring kids from Sunday and then they come and pick them up on Friday.
Yes, that's correct.
Now, during the period that the kids are at school, under whose care are they?
There's study times where there's certain teachers who stays in the hostel. So they study under the supervision of teachers. And then there's free time. There's also certain teachers that also stay in the hostel under their supervision. And then there's house mothers that's there at night. So they never without supervision. So every section's got a house mother and helpers there to supervise them. And then there's the hostel, the lady that's in charge of the hostel.
Oh, okay.
With a nice big kitchen and nice food.
Now, who's cooking those food for them?
My Emily cooks for them. So she's a good cook, yeah. There's a big kitchen for the hostel.
For the hostel. Now, I would like to say thank you so very much for making your time available and join us here at VMC Planet Radio. We really appreciate. In fact, in this show, we love education. We love training. We also love our teachers so much. So you are very, very close to our hearts.
Thank you very much, Stan. All the best to you.
Thank you so much. That was Teacher Mostert, and all of the best to you as well, and your fellow teachers, also your learners as well. You must tell them that you were on radio.
I will. Thank you very much.